Hey everybody, welcome back to Brainiac Baseball's 1984 Detroit Tigers season replay. Today's matchup is between the New York Yankees and the Detroit Tigers at Tigers Stadium. On the mound for the Yankees today is Roger Slagle, whose record is 6-5 with a 3.59 ERA. And pitching for the Tigers today is Dan Petry, whose record is 7-2 with a 3.35 ERA. All right, we lost a bummer of a ball game yesterday. We gave up a 2-run home run in the middle innings, and we could just not recover from that. Yankees won 3-2. A good pitching performance from Robinson, our number 5 starter, that goes by the wayside. And we turned to Dan Petry today to get things right. He pitched horrible in his last start, going 2 2/3, giving up 6 runs, walking 4. Just a real crappy performance all the way around. So we need him to bounce back today. Before we get today's game started, I just want to remind everybody that we do have a giveaway going on. It started yesterday. Here is the Wheel of Fun. We've got 3 contestants so far since we began the giveaway yesterday. And it's Thomas D., Don T., and Julio L. are all in this contest. It is a 4 rookie card giveaway. Some of the better rookie cards of rookies who are new to baseball, to MLB, and then one great old one from 1987. It's the Topps Bo Jackson rookie card. So you have the probably the best of the 4 is the 2020 Topps Update Julio Rodriguez rookie debut rookie card, and then we have the 2021 Topps Alec Bohm and the Topps Joe Adele from 2021 to go with that Bo Jackson. So if this matters to you, the total value of those 4 cards as of right now are $67. So those are the current retail values for those 4 cards. So if you want to get in on this contest, you have to be a subscriber. So subscribe to the channel. And let me know in the comments that you want to be involved, and we'll get you added to the Wheel of Fun. Okay, let's get this game started. Come on, Dan Petry. We need something good from you today. Let's take a look at him here as the game is loading it up. There we go. Dan Petry. Current Yankees are supposedly batting .214 against him. Who knows? All the bullpen is available today. And Jack Morris, only 2 more days, so he'll get the first start against the Oakland A's when we start that series to end the month. So many players listed as tired. So and I think it was Julio L. that mentioned yesterday in the comments that he knew that game was lost just by looking at the lineup. I get that same sinking feeling today as we have to rest Brock, Bass. We rested Trammell yesterday and only brought him in as a pinch hitter, and it still showed him being tired today. So, yeah, we're in that part of the season where we are, chronically fatigued, and there's really not much we can do about it but give players the appropriate amount of rest, and then just hope that our staff beats their staff. So, and you don't really want to be doing that against the Yankees, but we have to think of the big picture. We only have 1 more series versus the Yankees this whole season. So, we got the rest of the season to think about, I suppose. So let's go ahead and do the Yankees lineup rundown for today's ball game. Batting leadoff, playing second base, is Willie Randolph. Batting second, at shortstop, whoa, wait a minute. Batting second in left field is Ozzie Smith? What? Great rating out there. Batting third at third base is Mickey Hatcher. Batting cleanup in right field is Danny TARTABULL. Batting fifth and catching is Ron HASSEY. Batting sixth at first base is Dennis Worth. Batting seventh in center field is Lee Mazzilli. Batting eighth and DHing is Oscar Gamble. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Ivan De Jesus. Why not keep Ozzie at short where he's elite? and put DeJesus out there in left field. That's crazy. All right. Although I like that the game does that, so I'm not. That is something that you won't ever hear me complain about. I like it when they mix it up in the field like that. Okay, we got Dan Petry on the mound. Let's take a look at Dan. He's making his 16th start, 7-2, with a 3.35 ERA, 57 strikeouts in 96 2/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .233 against him. He does have a complete game. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 45.4%. He's got two very good pitches, which hasn't kept him from getting crushed by the offense. His fastball's a 90, his slider's an 88, and then two other pitches just below league average. Overall, an 88 to 25-year-old righty is a free agent at the end of the 1986 season. He's given up 6 runs in back-to-back games. He's walked 10 batters, only struck out 4, and he barely made it through 2 2/3 versus Toronto before we had to yank his ass out of there, have him hit the showers. Let's take a look at our defense. I mean, this is one of our major strengths. I mean, wherever we have someone substituting, they're just as good as their everyday starter in that position. So good job by our defense. Anyone of note? No, everybody's in their typical spot. Okay, here we go. Willie Randolph leading off against Dan Petry. Randolph still sporting a .323 batting average. And he starts the game with a light shot right at first. It is Ken Smith at first base today. He is one player who is a step down from the regular defensive player at that position, which is Greg Brock. One out. Here is the left fielder, Ozzie Smith. Ground ball to second. 2 down. 2 quick outs for Petry. I like that. And then Mickey Hatcher, who's making a living off of our Tigers pitchers. Ground ball in the hole at second. Wilfong will make the play. A 1-2-3 inning for Petry. We go to the bottom of the first. Let's take a look at this Tigers lineup rundown for today's ballgame. Batting leadoff in left field is Kirk GIBSON. Batting second at second base is Rob Wilfong. Batting third at third base is George Brett. Batting cleanup playing first base is Kenny Smith. Batting fifth and catching is Terry Kennedy. Batting sixth in right field is Glenn Wilson. Batting seventh and DHing is Lance Parrish. Field is Chet Lemon. And batting ninth is the shortstop, Dougie Baker. Okay, the great Roger Slagle, coming off a 21-win season. He is making his 17th start. He is 6-5 with that .359 ERA, 68 strikeouts in 110 1/3 innings pitched. Opponents are batting .247 against him. He's only got 3 complete games this year so far. His fastball tops out at 91 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 47.2%. His changeup is his out pitch. It's rated an 87. The fastball's at 83. Overall, an 87 rating. The 30-year-old right-hander is making almost $1 million, and that's going to be through the 1986 season. Looking at his log. He had a no decision against us in his last start against Detroit. He went 5 1/3, giving up 3 runs on 6 hits, and he walked 4. He's also lost a game back on May 18th, a no decision on April 24th, and a no decision on April 7th. So we have had some success against Slagle this year. Okay, take a look at the defense for the New York Yankees. DeJesus is good at shortstop. Ozzie out and left. He's still the best fielder on the team. And, of course, we got WERTH at first and TARTABULL in right, both below league average. HASSEY is an 80 rating for his arm. Okay, Kirk Gibson leading off versus Roger Slagle. Shows that Gibby has a home run in his career against Slagle, and he strikes out to start the ball game. There's one down. We move Rob Wilfong into the number 2 spot. He is hot, coming off a day off where Jody Reed got the start at second. He lines out to Ozzie Smith in left field for out number 2. And George Brett, a 1-1 count, pops it up near the shortstop side of second base, and there is out number 3. So both pitchers have a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the top of the second, and Danny Tartabull will lead it off. Tartabull batting .266, 9 home runs. A tapper back to Petry, who makes the play. One down. Here's yesterday's hero, Ron Hassey. He had the 2-run home run, his 9th of the year. That gave the Yankees the lead to keep in that ball game. He flies out to left center field for out number 2. And Dennis Worth, he's got a home run in his career versus Dan Petry. Flips it out to right field, and Wilson will make the grab. We go to the bottom of the second. Pitchers on both sides looking solid. Kenny Smith will lead off. It's Smith, Kennedy, and Glenn Wilson. Oh, big jam for Ken Smith. He goes Oppo Taco, his 18th home run of the season. He waited on that curveball and took it to left field. Parked it right in the bleachers. 1-0 Detroit. Doesn't get any easier with Terry Kennedy. He's batting .350 with 7 home runs. Ground ball to third. There's out number 1. Next up is Glenn Wilson. Wilson seems to have found a power stroke lately. He's had a couple home runs in the last 10 games. There's a line drive to right. Will that get down? It is going to be caught off the shoe tops by Danny Tartabull. That's out number 2. Brings up Lance Parrish. He played yesterday. He did have a base hit. And he'll just watch strike 3 for the final out of the inning. We go to the top of the third. Tigers have a 1-0 lead thanks to the Ken Smith home run. Lee MAZZILLI will lead off against Dan Petry. Ground ball up the middle. Good range from Wilfong. 1 down. Here's the DH, Oscar Gamble. Hot shot to Smith at first. Makes it look easy. And Ivan De Jesus getting some PT today. Steve Kemp is the one that's not playing in the normal lineup. And he hits a ground ball to Wilfong to end the inning. Moving on to the bottom of the third. Lemon, Baker, and Gibby are due up. Here's Chet Lemon batting .185 on the season and 3 for 17 against Slagle. And Lemon takes ball 4. Nothing but fastballs from Slagle. We're going to lay down a bunt with Doug Baker, something he does very well. See if we can't get Lemon over. Good bunt back to the pitcher. And the sacrifice works. So we've got Lemon in scoring position now for Gibby. I don't know what Ozzie Smith's arm would be considered in left. I mean, I'm sure it's still great, but I don't know if there's any strength diminished from it because he's not in a natural position for himself. Doesn't matter because GIBSON pops up, and then Wilfong, with a full count, hits a fly ball to right, which will be caught by Tartabull. So we strand the leadoff walk at second. We go to the top of the fourth. Willie Randolph leading off. Petry, flawless so far. There's a ground ball to first. Smith has been busy over there. I tend to think if anybody's going to make an error today for the Tigers, it would probably be him. Ozzie Smith wraps it back through the box for a base hit. That's the first hit of the day for the Yankees. So Ozzie's on first. Now you may ask, why did I not put Parrish at catcher instead of Kennedy? And that's a good question, because Parrish is the better defensive catcher. But I am more likely to pinch hit for Parrish than I am for Kennedy. And if we had it the other way around, who would play catcher then, you know? That's my theory. And Smith is successful stealing on Kennedy, who has been good this year. By the way, Ozzie Smith, 12 for 13 in stolen bases. So Ozzie's in scoring position for Mickey Hatcher. This feels ominous. Ground ball to third, and Brett makes the play after checking the runner. 2 down. Petry, 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam. It is Danny TARTABULL who he walks. So that is 11 walks and 4 strikeouts now in the last 2+ starts. This absolutely feels like a 3-run home run right here. No, it's a walk strikeout combo. I should have seen that one coming. So there's the first K for Petry. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's a tight one. It's 1-0. George Brett, a blooper into right. Tigers can't get anything going here as TARTABULL makes the grab. Pardon me, I need a little sip of my coffee here. Okay, that's good stuff. Kenny Smith, you know, I haven't been drinking that much during the ball games. I used to always have whiskey or a beer, maybe a glass of wine, but now I'm just powering through with coffee. That's probably why I'm so damn angry all the time. Ken Smith, after the long blast, just taps it back to Slagle. There's 2 down. And then down the line for Kennedy. Oh, it's going to be cut off by Ozzie. Kennedy was thinking too, but did not test Ozzie's arm. 2 down. Here is Glenn Wilson. That's the second Tigers hit today. Oh, Big Willie! He does find his power stroke. A 2-run home run to opposite field, because that's the only way we ever hit him anymore. That is Wilson's 6th home run of the year. Finally getting that OPS up. He just fell off the table. After 24 home runs last year, he's got 6 now, and 3 in the last 10 games. Here's Lance Parrish. There's a ground ball to De Jesus, and that will end the inning. Big blast from Glenn Wilson. 3-0 Detroit. Petry's humming along. Dennis Worth leading off. And a strikeout number 2. It would be nice if Petry could end the game with more strikeouts than walks. I would have to go through the last week or so of baseball games, but I bet you there's not a pitcher in a week that's had more strikeouts than walks. Starting pitcher. MAZZILLI goes to left field for a base hit. That's the second hit by the Yankees today. So here's a double play here. MAZZILLI has average speed. Gamble below average. Striking out on that curveball. Petry's finding a groove here with the swings and misses. And then Ivan De Jesus strikes out. 4 Ks for Petry. We may actually get that to come true with the more strikeouts than walks by a starter. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th. Roger Slagle just does not look like the same pitcher this year as he did in his 21-7 season last year. Lemon wouldn't know the difference if it bit him. He strikes out anyway. 3 strikeouts for Slagle, and then Baker strikes out. Gibby will walk, and we are going to send him with 2 down, 74% chance. Gibson has been thrown out 4 consecutive times. Right down the middle, and he's thrown out again! Come on! I guess Gibby's percentage of success was so good that he's just going to have to get crushed here for a while until they change it up. Yeah, I mean, it shows 1 for his last 5, but that is, well, he's 1 for 6 now, right? Yeah, because it doesn't count today's yet. So I guess we're done with Gibby stealing for the year. This is exactly what happened with Ricky Henderson when we had him on our team. He just could not get stolen bases. The most prolific stolen base guy in the history of baseball. And he was nothing but a 50% chance when we played him. So Randolph pops up. Ozzie Smith, a ground ball to Kenny Smith. No relation. 2 down. Here is Mickey Hatcher. He's quiet today. He's 0 for 2. And he hits a ground ball off his old teammate to second, and WILFONG makes the play. So this is the get-right game for Dan Petry. After giving up 12 runs in his last 2 starts, I think we could probably pitch a shutout today, and it won't be a surprise. WILFONG grounds out. George Brett takes a walk. Brett, by the way, leads the team in grounding into double plays. He has 10 this year. Kenny Smith will get his own double play. Oh, he's going to beat it out. That's amazing. Good hustle by Smith, keeping the inning alive for Terry Kennedy. Kennedy had a hit last time up. This time it's off the end of the bat. Near second base bag. Who's going to call for it? It's the shortstop, De Jesus. Moving on to the 7th inning. It's 3-0 Detroit. Petry is pitching a 2-hitter today. Oh, crap. Is this where it falls apart? We will find out. TARTABULL walks. Petry leaves that curveball up. HASSEY pops it up at home. And actually, it's going to be Brett that makes the catch. 1 out for Dennis Worth, who shoots it past Smith at first. TARTABULL will go to third. That's going to bring up the tying run. It's Lee MAZZILLI with runners at first and third, 1 down. We'll sacrifice that run for a double play possibility, which is just something that hasn't happened much lately. Oh, it's a base hit to right. TARTABULL will score. Worth is going to hold. It's 3-1 Detroit. Give MAZZILLI an RBI. He's got half of the Yankees' hits today. Gamble walks. Bases are loaded for Ivan De Jesus. Fly ball into left field. Gibby will make the catch. Worth does tag and score. I guess Gibby's reputation for throwing guys out wasn't scouted by the Yankees. Okay, well, this is it right here. This will be the last batter for Petry. And it's a tough one. It's Willie Randolph, full count. Ground ball to third. Brett makes the play. And the Tigers hold on to the lead by the slimmest of margins. It's 3-2. Here's Glenn Wilson. It's his big blast that's kept us in the lead. Fly ball to center field. 1 out. Lance Parrish will take a walk. Good job by him. Okay, we're going to hit and run with Lemon. I don't think he's capable of doing much, but making contact is possible. There's a ground ball to third. That'll get Parrish over and at least stay out of the double play. Doug Baker, 0 for 1 today, a strikeout, and he had a sacrifice bunt. Whoa, that was a walk? That looked like it was right down the middle. Well, we'll take it. As Steve Fry comes into the ball game. 18th appearance for the rookies. 2-1 with a 1.93 ERA. 17 strikeouts in 28 innings pitched. There's a save involved there. Fastball tops out at 89 miles an hour. Ground ball percentage is 40%. He's got a live fastball rated an 86. Overall at 81, the 20-year-old rookie left-hander is arbitration eligible in 1986. Gibby's at the plate. Now, Gibby's batting .274 versus lefties and a .474 slugging percentage. So he is handling himself well versus left-handers. See if we get some lefty-on-lefty violence. 0-2 count. Oh, he got to take the bat off his shoulder, man. That is a real bummer. Okay, Petry's coming out of the ball game. He's leaving with the lead and doesn't guarantee you squat. All right, let's take a look here. Ozzie Smith as a switch hitter, bats just marginally worse versus righty. So we're going to bring in a right-hander. And it's going to be Gumpy Gumpert, who we've come to rely on a lot lately in tough situations. He's been good. Opponents are batting .185 against him, and those splits are great. I love that. Let's see how he does versus the Wizard. A 1-1 count. Jams him inside. Who's going to call this one? Right down in the middle. Well, it's going to be the second baseman, WILFONG. There's one down. Mickey Hatcher's got an 0 for going today. 0 for 3. 2-0 count. Ground ball to first. Smith. Yes. 2 quick outs. Here's Danny TARTABULL. 3-1 count. I thought he was going to walk him to get to the lefty. Or the game was going to have that happen. But that is not what happened. Okay. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's Dave Smith, by the way, warming up in the bullpen in a 1-run game. All right, so we're going to take out Rob Wilfong here. Having an 0 for day. We'll bring in Jody Reed. Reed hits lefties. That's our platoon right now, at least until Whitaker gets back. Jody Reed down the left field line all the way to the wall, and Reed has himself a double. Man, I would love an insurance run. That is his 5th double of the season. Okay, we like George Brett in this situation. He's a .356 hitter versus lefties. 1-2 count. And the rookie strikes him out. Come on, man. 1 down. Here's Kenny Smith. Smith batting .203 versus left-handers. Wow. This rookie is setting him down. 2 outs. Kennedy batting .400 versus lefties. Oh, no! Steve Smith. Not Steve Smith. Steve Fry strikes out the side after giving up the leadoff double to the pinch hitter, Jody Reed. Oh, that feels bad. Doesn't that feel like something bad is about to happen? This is the guy that's going to make us or break us right now. 18 saves, 6 blueies. He has not been great, despite the numbers looking reasonable. He's got to face HASSEY, WERTH, and Lee Mazzilli. HASSEY's 0 for 3 today. Jody Reed in at second. There's a ground ball up the middle. Baker, sure-handed. He'd only made 1 career error until yesterday's ball game, and he made the error at short. There's 1 down. Here's Dennis Worth. Full count. Oh, he's going to dump it into right field. Is that going to be a double? Oh, thank goodness. Good job by Wilson getting it back into the infield, keeping Worth at first. Now we have to guard the lines. to prevent that run scoring on an extra base hit. 1 out, full count, and a base hit into right field. Worth will stop. Well, that's a tying run in scoring position now. Sweaty palms. Oscar Gamble. Going to left. Come on, give me. Oh, it's down for a hit. Worth scores another blown save for Dave Smith. It's all tied at 3. There goes Petry's win. Now we've got to pull the infield in. I think we're going to have to make a trade on the off day coming up. Infield in, and Smith walks him to load the bases. Infield in. Willie Randolph, 2-1 count. A blooper into right. Is that going to find a hole? No, it's going to be caught. Mazzilli will hold. Dave Smith has to face Ozzie Smith. No relation. We'll play regular depth. 2 down. Here we go. 0-1 count. Ozzie, a ground ball to Reed at second. And the Tigers are all tied up with the Yankees at 3. Somehow they're still leaving Steve Fry in there. He struck out all 4 batters he's faced. Okay, so we've got the righties coming up against the left-hander. Starting with Glenn Wilson, full count, and Wilson will walk. We need a pinch runner. Kevin Bass coming in to pinch run. We're not going to try to steal. Man, but we do have to let the big dog eat. That's Lance Parrish. He's horrible, but he might run into one. 3-1 count, and he walks Parrish. Again, setting up a potential double play. I'm considering pinch running. I'm actually going to do it. I will pinch run Alan Trammell to stay out of the double play. Feels like the right move. Now, that means he won't get a chance to hit versus the lefty. But Fry's kind of lost it here as he's walked the first 2 batters. Here is Chet Lemon, first and second, nobody out. A base hit wins the ball game. Ground ball to third, around the horn. Oh, man. Thank God that was not Parrish running. We really got lucky there. It's second and third. 1 down, and it's up to Dougie Baker. Oh, nuts. We got to go on contact. Baker, a switch hitter. He is batting .333 versus lefties. We're going on contact. This is the ball game right here. Oh, they're going to intentionally walk him. Okay. All right. Oh, they're going to bring in Rags. Dave Righetti coming into the ball game with the bases jacked for Chet, for Kirk Gibson. All we need is Gibson to get it to the outfield, and this game is over. Here we go. Dave Righetti. He's their closer, by the way. Oh, no, he's not. That's right. It's Kurt Kaufman. What's his splits? Lefties are batting .125. This would be the right time to have Trammell come in, wouldn't it? But we made the right move. Here we go. Bases loaded, 1 down. Kirk Gibson up. 3-0 count. Oh, they walk in the winning run. Oh, man. That is lame, but we'll take it. 3 batters walked in the ninth inning. Did we even get a hit? We didn't even get a hit in the ninth inning. That was 4 batters walked. We forgot the intentional walk. So we win without even making contact. 4-3, handshakes, butt slaps, sloppy steaks. Man, oh man, no trade offers. They're coming, though. Let's take a look at the standings. Well, there's the National League for you. Well, okay, the Mets are trying to get back in it. They're clawing their way back to the top. 4.5 back. Cincinnati's 13 back already. Forget it. That win puts New York 3 games back. Boston 6. Baltimore wins. They're 8. They jump back across in front of Toronto. White Sox are alone in front in the West. Headline news, Brainiac Baseball Daily Beat. 7-0, Roy Smith shuts down the Royals. Okay. We did have that no-hitter yesterday. That was kind of neat. Baltimore moves past Toronto with an 8-6 victory. It's good they're giving the headline news to the middle teams. All right. Detroit edges New York to extend the lead. Petry. It's just bullshit. Let's take a look at transactions. We do have another retirement. That's all there is. Bob Forsch. A Forsch to be reckoned with back in 1977. He won 20 games, and then he just couldn't really get his footing in this sim. He went 13-12 for the Cardinals in our first sim year, and then he just maybe was injured, and maybe his overall rating dropped to a point where nobody wanted him. Okay, let's go ahead and pull up the box score and get out of here. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and or subscribe to the channel. Don't forget about the contest here. You can get in on that for rookie card giveaway. The drawing will take place this coming Sunday, which I believe coincides with Game 81 of the season, so the actual halfway point. Here is the box score. Player of the game, gosh, I guess we have to give it to Glenn Wilson, who had the 2-run home run. Kenny Smith had the big bomb to get us on the board. But I tend to lean toward the guys who drive in more runs. So Wilson is the player of the game. Petry pitched well. Gumpy Gumper did well. And Dave Smith, the vulture win, gives up the blown save, and then the Tigers pull it out as the bullpen walks 4 batters there in the 9th inning after Steve Fry struck out all 4 batters that he'd faced up to that point. That's pretty crazy. Okay, that's going to do it. We're going to come back tomorrow with Game 3 of the 3-game series. Until then, everyone, have a great day.